Sorry for the TPK. Let's go.
Come on in, join the show, take a seat, grab a hoe, kick your feet up on the desk, man, cause we about to roll, play some D&D, baby.
We ain't nothing but mammals, and yes, we do it like they do on the Discovery Channel.
We got people wild shaping, barbarians raging, Goop trying to gobble cause goblins are fucking cannibals. This is Dungeons and Dragons with lots of drunken asses, so send your kids to their room, break out the secret stashes.
Hey, kids.
No discussion about what's fair and right, this is us living life by a paradise. So, step on down to our lair of mice, face stepping right through your screen into paradise. Yo! This is paradise. Nothing's off limits in our paradise.
It's a fucking D&D.
This is paradise. Nothing's off limits in our paradise.
Going as far as you can see.
This is paradise. Nothing's off limits in our paradise.
Fucking all the succubies.
This is paradise. Heretic, I think you meant succubi.
I knew what the fuck I meant. Roll for initiative.
Last we left off, you motherfuckers were in Gustaf's new mansion, and Hope came busting in the door after you've kind of outed, or after Adavei's kind of outed her entire organization, and you find her being captured by Charity. And in the midst of it all, Gustaf was trying to tell you about what he knows, and that's where we'll begin.
Just for a quick clarification, when you said outed, you meant betrayed horribly.
Yes.
It wasn't that bad.
I mean, maybe not for you, but I mean...
Goop curls up in the corner because it was her idea.
Last session, like, I cut it off right when she get captured, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the last thing you guys see, and we'll start there.
Yeah, so we're all just like looking out the window watching this lady get dragged away by a bunch of guards while she's yelling at us. Just, well, we don't have enough time to unpack all that.
Oh man, this is my idea. We really shouldn't have gone over there. I just wanted to pay off my debt. I'm sorry. Oh jeez. Goop goes to the window and like bangs on it. Sorry, Hope. I'm so sorry.
Well, you didn't know that Adavei's an arc. I did know. That's on me for not saying anything sooner. I didn't realize where we were going before we got there.
Oh jeez.
It will all be okay.
Adavei, I hope you realize that in doing this, you have set me back many, many months, and you have created something that I must take care of now.
Well, y'all act like I did a bad thing.
I think most of the party looks at Adavei at that point.
You really did. You really did do a bad thing there, Adavei.
Charity cannot be trusted.
Show of hands who thinks that was a bad thing.
Goop raised her hand.
Yeah, guy's gonna raise his hand.
Gustaf shrugs and just continues flipping through his notebook.
Goop shapes water to make another hand to raise.
Oh, I suppose just having black markets and selling illegal contraband is just the okay thing to do.
Adavei, that was the only place you could have possibly gotten another hand, for one. And for two, not all of us can hocus pocus shit. I need weapons.
Guy's holding up his hand like and counting off the points that Angel's making as Angel's making the points.
We needed that black market open. Oh, I'm fucking glad I bought something before we left. Cause I had a fucking feeling you did something, and that I wouldn't be having that chance.
Not to mention you betrayed someone who had given us her trust.
No, you betrayed. Was it worth it, Adavei? Was it really fucking worth it for you to do that to us?
So, for some of those points, yes, I guess I somewhat agree. I probably could have handled that better. But yes, it was worth it. I don't see an issue with what I did.
Okay, hold up.
In the end, when gods are clashing, there are very few things you can trust. We must be able to trust each other.
What's our AC, Adavei? just.
She gonna punch you in the face?
Yeah. I feel like that's
It's an 18.
a theme to the beginning. Huh?
It's an 18.
God damn it. Alright, I'm going again.
She catches her hand.
Angel swings.
Guy's gonna start moving towards to try and break this fight up, but he's like moving slowly. Oh fuck! Jesus Murphy.
Angel swings with her left hand.
That's
and
a nat 20.
Adavei catches it mid-air as Angel's like, nah, fuck this, and swings with her right.
Angel comes in with a fucking uppercut and catches Adavei under the jaw. And like knocks him on her ass, and he's like, I cannot fucking believe you. I've been putting myself out there so much for you nowadays. It's fucking ridiculous.
That was a nat 20, so I would say that something falls out of her mouth.
Hold on a second. I was about to like start going off on you, but
Do you see like he's kind of clutching his mouth and a golden tooth falls out into his hand.
what the fuck? Angel goes to grab it from Adavei.
Oh, he's bleeding profusely on it, and it's nasty.
Oh no, Adavei, I will kick you if you don't hand over the fucking tooth. I want to look at this thing. It's mine now.
You can't claim my tooth.
I got it out of you. I think I deserve it after what I've been through.
This is ridiculous.
Break it up,
Gustaf,
you two. Break
what
it
is
up.
that you have right there? Guy's gonna move over to look over Gustaf's shoulder because they've already talked a little bit about this, but Gustaf is on like some kind of.
He's on his own wavelength now. He's just ignoring everybody else, reading through the notes, trying to get a game plan down in his head. And he kind of looks up at you, notices Angel and Adavei fighting, and like he didn't notice it before, and glances back at you.
Gustaf, this is my plan. I need to make an attempt to salvage or at least try and preserve as much as I can of the organization. I must do this as quickly as possible, but I will attempt to rejoin you here. And he's going to point to a specific point near the end of the dungeon.
It's I don't know if you remember the description, but it's a mine shaft.
Yes.
Right, with the things cut off the side. Yeah, so he's talking about like towards the end of that.
Okay. He just looks at you and he shrugs and he says, that is fine.
Granted, when you're looking at the map, you realize that the tunnels that go in are extremely small.
That's right.
Angel looks up for a second, like she's listening the whole time while harassing Adavei, and she'll just like give Adavei a good kick before she goes up to y'all. She's like, didn't y'all guys say that Charity had a way in? And since thanks to someone, we're in Charity's good graces.
I found several ways in, but I'm not sure they will work. I'll have to do some reading while we decide, but I'll let you know soon.
I mean, we have to do something because those demon things are going to be releasing out of that portal, and we can't have that. The moment that happens, the rest of the city, the rest of this world is in complete shambles.
Yeah, exactly what Goop said. Like, we cannot waste time on this, as I punched Adavei in the face. But we should probably go ask Charity about this, as much as I don't want to.
So you want to walk over to Charity?
I say I want certain of us leading the pack as we go talk to Charity.
I believe that Gustaf has a fairly firm handle on this. He has dedicated many resources. I believe that he is the most...
Gustaf holds up his hand and he says, in our time apart, I already spoke to Charity about this. She pointed me in the right direction to find out the information. This is the most information that we have. And he points to the book. You can tell it's literally filled like top to bottom, several pages of just notes about this place called fucking Geist Mine.
Yeah, I want to talk to Charity as little as possible, so...
And if you guys want me to give you the spiel of what I've written, I can spiel it out again.
I mean, you did mention the tiny hole that only, like, Goop could fit through, and Rom, I guess.
Yeah, so there's rumor of this, I think it was a goblin that made it in and into this mine, and there was a tiny hole that it was able to make it in and out of. Gustaf was thinking that he could use his wild shape to maybe, he doesn't know exactly how big a giant badger is, but maybe it would be big enough to make a person-sized hole to crawl through.
I mean, I'm down with that. I can do that as well.
I don't know if a badger would, I don't know if a badger would be the animal. That's what I was trying to find out.
I don't know how much time you want to spend. The tunnel to get in looks to be about 500 feet.
Rom is gonna insist that we go in through that hole.
Everybody hear that?
Yes.
Gustaf kind of looks at him and he says, the only way that the rest of us will get through is if Goop and I can work together to make the hole slightly bigger.
Can Goop also change into something that can dig?
Yeah, I can.
What animals dig? I can't figure it out.
But Gustaf, is this the only way in?
Yeah, the original entrance of the mine collapsed on itself at one point in time.
Gustaf,
Yes.
how stable is this mine?
Heretic, would I know? I mean, I assume I would. I made a high roll, but...
Yeah. It looks,
What's the answer?
based on the drawings, it looks to be like, it seems to be somewhat stable now. But at one point in time, the upper portion of it collapsed in on itself. So the entrance is completely covered.
All right. Yeah, so he just kind of explains the entrance is fucked. But as of right now, it seems to be stable now.
Very good. In that case, you may be able to use explosives to widen the hole much faster.
Drawings seem to point out. So the drawings are what it used to be like when it was fully active, but somebody's kind of drawn over what they suspect it looks like, and it looks like where the hole was, about 1,000 feet of rubble and debris has kind of collapsed in and covered that entranceway.
The little hole?
No, the little hole's wide open. That's that's like a from the Goblin Cave.
You mean the
down.
main entrance?
The main entrance where the big elevator used to be to come in and out. That hole was straight down, and it kind of the sidewalls kind of fell in and filled that hole.
Okay.
About 1,000 feet.
After Guy says the thing about explosives, Gustaf kind of looks at him and says, "Well, there's no black market now, so that will be hard to procure."
Guy kind of like waves his hand. Explosives are not such a thing that is difficult to make. All we need is some flour. I assume you can have that covered in your kitchens?
I assume.
Given a confined space and a form of ignition, he kind of gestures at like the party. Easy. It should be no trouble.
I mean, either we can get the explosive going, or me and Gustaf can become giant badgers and just dig our way through for you guys to get through.
Yeah, that's maybe a better option, a little bit safer, a little bit more time consuming.
I agree with Gustaf and Goop here. I mean, you guys could just lady in the trumpet, like Goop goes in first, then Guy starts digging, and Goop makes her way back as another thing, and we meet in the middle.
Oh, okay. I know what you mean. Yeah, that'd be a good idea. I mean, I could stay a badger for about 4 hours before I have to take a little break and transform again. So, sorry, 3 hours. So.
Heretic would a badger? I don't know.
Yeah, it could burrow 10 feet. It's a medium beast, so to make a medium-sized hole, it burrows at 10 feet per turn, which would be about 50 turns, and 50 times 6 is 300, which would be 300
minutes. Or no?
Yeah, 300 seconds divided by 60.
Yeah, 5 minutes.
And with me on one side and Gustaf on the other, we can cut that time in half.
That is ungodly. Imagine like a giant badger just like digging through like your entire world that quickly. Like that's an unstoppable force. That's terrifying. That's terrifying. Badgers are scary. Badgers are scary.
It's closer to 1,000 feet, actually. Now I'm looking at it. I got a little thing drawn. So it'll take you about 5 minutes, both of you.
Are you saying it would take them 5 minutes to tunnel through nearly a quarter mile?
Yep.
This is Magic World, baby.
But then did you already divide that by 2 because there's going to be 2 of them trying to meet in the middle?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So
it'll be 10 minutes if there's only one.
Gustaf kind of pats Goop's head and says, "This is a good plan. We should start moving now if everybody is okay with it."
Goop smiles and lays into the pat.
You know, explosives would be more fun.
I agree, but this is safe.
So, we got a plan?
I believe so.
All right, let's go. We don't have much time, so let's just get out of here.
In which case, this is where we part. I will do my best to catch up with you as soon as I can. As I said before, I may not rejoin you until we near the gates of hell. If that is the case, good luck.
Be safe out there.
Come back in one piece.
Angel's gonna approach Guy real quick and like pat him on the shoulder. And she's like, you better meet up with us, or I'm gonna kill you in the afterlife.
I just kiss him already.
What kind of armor does Angel carry?
None.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I guess none of you guys like are heavy armor people, are you?
Nope.
Don't need it.
Nope.
You sure it's it's a 19 AC?
Wait, what was that?
Oh, I was gonna say it's 19 AC, but you need 20 strength anyway. So, but
yeah, it's some pretty decent AC on this plate for sure.
Angel, I think, has enough strength.
I'm pretty sure I do, but like I already have 16 AC and I got a look going on.
That's fair.
You don't want the Cheney boys leather armor with chains all over it?
I mean, it wouldn't be.
It doesn't look like plate armor. It just looks like someone that really likes chains.
Goop sees you trying to give your armor to Angel, and she says, I think you're going to need that where you're going. I mean, you're not going to have any backup.
Oh, do not worry about that. I have contacts and friends who will be able to help me on my journey. And where I'm going, I do not believe I will be carrying a weapon.
I believe they're all captured and being held by Charity.
We will see.
Do you want to give me your armor? Like, if you're giving me your armor, you have to promise you'll be back so I can give it back to you.
Well, that was something of the point.
All right. I'll accept it.
All right. Yeah, guy's gonna divest from his armor, and he's gonna loan it to Angel.
Yeah, Angel's gonna quickly put that on.
Looking good, Angel.
Yeah.
Very, very good. It is important that all of you stay alive.
Yeah, we plan on it. But you stay alive more. We can't protect you where we are. But we gotta take care of this whole demon thing. I'd hate for that to happen. The whole demon uprising. The second thing I came up with, getting people killed. I love it.
Goop, this is not your fault, but it is our responsibility. There is a difference. Do not let the weight of your worries weigh you down, for there is much that must be done.
I appreciate you, but it certainly feels like it's my fault.
He's gonna kind of shh, and he's gonna plant a nice kiss on Angel's forehead, and he's gonna stride out the door.
Hate watching him go. Love watching him leave.
I mean, the ass on that one, am I right? She slaps your leg. Are we leaving?
Yeah, you guys head off.
So Goop wants to make it a point to hold the door open for everybody so that Goop is leaving last. And while we're walking, Goop has her quarterstaff in her hand, and she's like fiddling with it. And under her breath, she says, "Charity is for the weak." And I cast Skywrite so that the sky says, "Charity is for the weak."
Oh, nice. So as you're walking and looking up to the sky, and seeing this message written in the sky in the clouds with other clouds depicting that charity is for the weak, Goop. You guys walk for some time. It takes you about an hour to get there. And as you're approaching the mines, you pass a cabin, and there's a lady out front. She looks to be a Dwarger, but she's very nicely dressed. And as you approach, she says, "Oh, I see you're here for a tour of the mines."
Gustaf steps forward and says, yes indeed.
Awesome. We don't get many people looking at the mines, but I'm always happy to show what's left and tell the stories. So what brings you guys out this way?
Knowledge.
Knowledge of anything specific?
Everything.
Well, I have a little knowledge as you guys approach this this bridge that goes over where the mines used to be. You could see 1,000 feet down below this bridge is sort of like a dip in the ground, and then it kind of slopes back up on the other side of the bridge. This dip goes about 1,000 feet. And she says, "This is where the entrance used to be. There's this elevator crank here. And this long rope just kind of hangs down." She says, "That rope goes to the elevator at the bottom, but the elevator was down when it all collapsed. There used to be horses that would pull this elevator." And you can see this large house-sized crank that used to crank this elevator up and down. And you can see like marks on the ground where the horses used to walk consistently. And it's starting to grow grass there, but you can still see sort of the dirt patch. She says, "They say one of the miners' wives threw a prized family heirloom down this shaft. I don't know what got into her. They said that ring would allow you to see through objects. That's the craziest thing if I ever heard it."
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I heard that the mines collapsed over the main entrance. What caused the collapse?
Yeah, I'm not sure. My husband was working down there along with all his friends, and then just one day its ground started rumbling, and then it just all fell in. This girl that threw her stuff down, man, it's a story. Apparently she had no idea that it was an X-ray thingamabobber, so
Can I have a little insight on this lady?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
So she threw it down, and after the collapse, she thought maybe they'd still be alive if it wasn't for her throwing down that ring. So said the guilt after the collapse got to her, and she jumped off the bridge. Never found her family fortune.
Oh, she must have been really sad.
Yeah, she must have been. We think
that 13.
Oh yeah, she seems to be telling the truth.
Okay.
We think that the mines collapsed because they were rushing. They were rushing to get it all done, and they were digging straight down, and they weren't bracing things properly. So
you know what they were looking for? It's kind of weird to be digging so fast in such a dangerous place.
They were supposed to be mining some platinum for these some platinum and some copper for these coins, these charity coins, but they weren't really finding a lot of that. A lot of it was just gemstones, and I heard some chatter about some other stuff. I never could quite make out what it was. They said something about an infinity stone.
Goop takes out one of her charity coins. Is it made out of platinum?
It looks like it's made out of platinum, yes.
Goop looks over at Gustaf and raises her eyebrows. Like, ooh, this is valuable.
He does the same thing. Kind of nods his head.
Ron is going to take note of the platinum.
Yeah. Well, so this bridge used to go across, and when it collapsed, it fell. But we repaired it because we needed a way across. And my buddy used to live over there in them caves. This little goblin guy, like the rest of you too.
Is he still alive?
I haven't seen him in a long time. Him and his family used to be over there. We used to call him Mini-Me.
And he's the goblin who crawled through the little hole.
I don't know anything about a hole.
Oh, well then disregard the thing I just said.
There's a hole? You mean this whole time we've been trying to convince Charity to dig up this stuff so we can find our loved ones, and there's been a hole in there?
Gustaf nudges Adavei, trying to get her to do her usual and cast calm emotion.
Oh, what?
We mean like a holy place. Like a holy place. Like this whole place is holy.
Yeah, big old holes and whatnot. But yeah.
Praise Leviatar.
Hey, whoa. None of that devil worshiping God stuff around here.
I thought everybody was into that here. I'm sorry.
That's why I don't go to town much. I'm not into that ritual humbo jumbo stuff.
You must have had a bad experience.
Well, yeah. I mean, look at me.
What is she showing me?
She's a Duergar. A Dugar, I mean.
Okay. You know what? I kind of get it. Me being a goblin, people are always so afraid of me. I totally get it.
My peoples were tortured by mind flayers and left to right. And you're trying to tell me that gods exist and they care? I don't believe it.
Well, they care.
I don't believe it. Don't you go spreading your lies around here now.
Okie dokie.
Sorry about that.
Anyways, my buddy Mini-Me, that was his cave over there, and she points across the bridge. You can see there's a huge cave, just a big rock foundation about 1,000 feet across the bridge.
Is that the way that we believe the hole is?
Yeah. So he used to live over there, and I haven't seen him in a while. I'm kind of scared to go in. I hear a lot of roaring and stuff in there, so if y'all the adventuring type, going in there and see what you can find, and let me know if you find them, because I'm scared.
We'll bring you a souvenir. What do you want from inside?
Well, I really just want to know if my friend's okay, his family, and he has some dogs that he used to carry around, some big old dire wolves. See them. Maybe I could, if they're dead, maybe I could raise one of them. Maybe they could be like my way of remembering if they're not okay.
Would there be a way to pickpocket this guy?
No.
But yeah, go ahead.
Okay, what do I need to make like a sneak and then a sleight of hand?
No, you just make sleight of hand right now.
I see. Well, if enemy happen to be alive, we'll let them know that you're looking for them. What's your name again?
My name is Veronica Vane.
Well, nice to meet you, Veronica Vane. We'll let Mini-Me know that you're looking for
24.
Yeah, you got a gem worth about 50 gold.
Sweet. Can you describe it?
As you kind of bump into her as if you're walking backwards and touch her shoulder, she's like, oh. So she's focusing on the shoulder, and you stuck your hand in her pocket and just pulled out this gemstone.
I want to stand behind her where she can't look and jump up and down and be like, look what I got. like not saying it, but like acting like it.
Oh.
As you see Rom over here holding up the gem behind her and then pointing at it and mouthing, "Look what I got! Look what I got!"
Oh no.
We should probably go check out Mini-Me.
Yeah.
Come on, everybody. Let's go. Let's see Veronica.
All right, later, people. As you guys pass your way, walk past this huge elevator crank, and onto this nicely made rope bridge. It looks extremely new and well put together. You get about halfway across, and you look down to see. At this point, there's only about 600 or 700 feet down. You can see the sort of like a skeleton figure, but you can't really tell. At the very bottom of this hill that the bridge goes over, and the rope that's going down is extremely thick. It looks like it was made to pull thousands of pounds. And it's covered by the dirt. It looks like the dirt collapsed on it, and the rope continues to go down this, down into this mine shaft, or where the mine shaft used to be. And as you come across the bridge, you see the cave entrance. And there's also a hill going down to that skeleton as well.
I want to check for traps on the bridge, like on the entrance.
Isn't the entrance covered in rocks?
No, the entrance to this cave is wide open. But it's just in like a huge rocky hill.
It's the cave where the mini-me lived.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so you come across the bridge, so the bridge is behind you. Straight ahead is the cave entrance, and under the bridge is a hill that slopes down 1,000 feet, where you saw that skeleton.
Okay.
That's where the mine shaft used to go down, but it's collapsed in, and it's just all dirt and rubble.
So if we go down go into the mini-me cave, it'll be collapsed in once we get to a certain point.
If you go into the mini-me cave, it's just a cave. It's completely separated from the mines. So if you can imagine, there was like a huge elevator shaft into the mines, and then 1,000 feet away from that was a cave. The elevator shaft, the side walls kind of collapsed in, so there's just a big hill left where that dirt kind of filled the hole, and the cave is just kind of off in the distance there.
Okay.
Oh, so if we go into the cave, does it not have a hole that we're looking for?
According to your drawings, there should be a tunnel that was there.
Okay.
A small tunnel. Yeah.
I'm gonna pull out my drawing and direct everybody to follow me into the cave.
Wait, before you go inside, I think Fry wanted to check for traps. Fry?
Okay.
I would like to do that.
Go ahead.
Go ahead and roll perception.
21.
21.
All right. You don't see any traps. You do see a torch, an unlit torch on the ground.
I'd point it out to them.
All right. Well, who here don't have dark vision?
That would be I, and I pick it up and just carry it with me. Well, actually, won't do me much good because I'm gonna be turning into a badger, but for now.
Yeah. I think badgers can see in the dark, so we should be all right. All right. Let's make our way inside and let's find this hole.
The light from outside shines into the entrance of the cave. Beyond that, you can barely see without dark vision. There's a torch on the ground that's not lit. As you walk in, there seems to be 3 piles of filthy bedding in this cave. Beside each of the beds is a strangely designed saddle. Can somebody roll? Oh, actually, you've got the map. Gustaf, you see a small tunnel on the east side of this cave, but you also see a larger room attached to this cave directly north. You can't really see into it at this moment, but
I'm gonna light the torch that's on the ground, pick it up, and then walk into that room.
3 bears. That's interesting. You think he had a bear for each of his dogs?
Yeah, the lady said he had a family.
Are you walking into the room or are you sneaking into the room?
Well, I have a torch, so I'd be walking.
All right. As soon as you head into the room, you see that there are 7 direwolves, and they immediately wake up as they notice you.
Ooh.
Roll initiative.
Good doggy, please. Good doggy. Roll initiative. Let's do it.
You guys are good. You all get a surprise round, so everybody gets to go first. Vrom's first.
I am going to attack the strongest looking one with
They
my
all look the
crossbow.
same.
Okay, I'm just going to attack the one to the farthest right.
All right.
Okay. 21 damage.
And that takes over half his life. And that is going to kill it.
Ooh, yeah. I want Vrom to scream and be like, ah! And like just pop off a crossbow just randomly and hit one of them and be like, I meant to do that.
You just freak out and just shoot it off randomly, and it hits the first one, and it goes down immediately. Is that your turn?
Yeah, I'm within my turn.
Angel, you're about 10 feet away.
Oh shit. All right. Gonna shoot it. I wish I could spell.
All right, Angel, as you pull out your revolver with the quickness right from your holster, you shoot it right between the eyes. It does not kill it, though. It just looks to be extremely damaged.
Oh, no, that is one thick skull.
So you see Vrom just pull out his crossbow and just immediately just arrow straight through his eye. Then you pull out a gun and shoot another one right in the middle of his eyes, and the bullet goes in, but it looks like it didn't go in deep enough. And now it's going to be on Goop.
All right. So how far away am I? 10 feet?
Yeah, you're 10 feet as well. Guy's the only one that's 5 feet away.
All right. Goop charges in.
Gustaf, yeah.
Goop charges in with her quarterstaff in hand. She leaps in the air, casts Shillelagh. With her Shillelagh, jumps in to go for the hit.
As the wolf looks up and begins to snarl at you, you come down with the Shillelagh to hit.
And does a 10 hit.
As you're flying down with your quarterstaff, the wolf just backs up a tad and prepares its next attack as you completely hit the ground, and you just hear boof as the Shillelagh enchanted weapon hits the ground.
All right. That is my movement, bonus action, and action. So that's it.
All right, Gustaf, you're 5 feet away. The only person next to you right now is Goop.
So I'm 5 feet away from the wolves?
Yeah.
All right, so I just move in, whip out my scimitar of speed, and swing upon this bitch-ass motherfucker.
As you see Gustaf pull out this gigantic gold scimitar with energy coursing through it.
21 to hit.
21 hits, 9 damage.
All right, 9 damage. It's my new magic item.
As soon as it hits, you can see the blade just course straight through the one that Angel had already shot between the eyes, and it just falls down as it whimpers for a moment. Adavei.
Hold on.
Oh, Gustaf.
I get to attack with it as a bonus action as well.
Oh shit, that's right, because it is speed.
Yep, so I move in and attack the next one with it as well. 10 to hit.
The second one that you swing at, he manages to dodge out of the way and join the rest of his pack to his left, and he looks prepared to attack you. Adavei.
Adavei's gonna go for that. I was gonna go for that one and hit it with an inflict wounds.
This is why we can't have nice things. As you cast inflict wounds, it is going to take 9 necrotic damage. Do you want to describe what that looks like?
Just the fur starts to wither away, I suppose.
You can see the fur start to peel off, and you can see sort of some bare skin that is starting to look blackened from Adavei's inflict wounds. Is that your turn?
Yes.
The one that Gustaf angered jumps to attack, and he has advantage because he's with the rest of his pack. Does a 20 hit.
Yep.
All right. As the wolf looking as if he's trying to defend the rest of his pack after seeing a bunch of his own die, he jumps and bites you for 3 damage, piercing. And that is his turn. Vrom, it's on you.
I'm going to attack the one with that looks hurt the most.
Mm-hmm. You could see the fur withering off of the skin and just like black, nasty looking skin under it from some random spell Adavei casted that you've never seen him cast before.
All right, I'm gonna pull out my black gun and I'm gonna be like, Angel, look at me. And I'm gonna shoot it.
As you pull, you're very inexperienced with this pistol. You pull it out quickly and it kind of slips and fumbles in your hands. As you pull the trigger, it zooms straight back and hits the back of the wall. That specific one that you're aiming at is very frustrated with you. So he's gonna jump at you. He's gonna move 5 feet. Gustaf, that's gonna give you an opportunity of attack as he tries to attack Rom, who's standing directly behind you.
15 to hit.
All right, you swipe at it, and you see your blade just kind of scrapes some more of the fur off as he growls and looks even more furious. He attempts to hit Vrom or to bite Vrom. Does an 11 bite?
Nope, miss.
As he goes to bite Vrom just moves his leg out of the way.
Like, whoa!
And Angel, as you see Vrom standing right beside you trying to show off with his new gun, this wolf trying to bite his leg off.
Angel's just like wincing, like, that's cringe, bro. And she's gonna shoot it.
Show him how it's done.
And I'm gonna completely miss.
As you completely miss with your first shot, you're like, haha, that was a joke.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna attack again. Nope.
So you're like, let me show you how to do it. You pull it out of your holster and accidentally fire 2 shots before you can even get it up and aim. That same wolf at this point is just furious, so he attacks you. 15, it's gonna be a 20 to hit. And I assume that hits. You got 19 DC, so that's gonna be it's gonna be 5 bite damage as he averts his attention from Vrom's leg onto yours and just bites and lashes on for a second. And that's gonna be the end of his turn. Goop, you see Angel over here trying to shake this doggy off of her leg, kind of bit in.
All right, Goop turns to the left and says, "A dog next to me." I hit that dog with my shillelagh.
All right. You swing it like a baseball bat.
16 to hit.
16 hits.
All right, I whack him hardcore with my shillelagh.
You whack him right in the head, and you do 5 damage.
5 bludgeoning, and then with my offhand, you see me squeeze a leaf, and then all of a sudden my hand burns up into flame blade. That's my bonus action, and that's where I'll stop.
As soon as you hit that one in the head, it gets extremely frustrated with you. And it goes to bite, and as soon as it leaps to bite, Goop with all of his dexterous might, is that the right word? Anyways, Goop with all of his dexterity just jumps on top of this fucking wolf and then does a backflip off of his back and lands on his feet.
Yeah,
and Gustaf, it's gonna be your turn.
All right. So as Goop is fighting with this one, I'm gonna run in with my scimitar and try to put it out of its misery.
All right. You swing with your scimitar and almost hit Goop as he's leaping in the air. Is that gonna be your turn? You're gonna attack again?
I'm gonna attack again and say, "Sorry, Goop," as I miss again.
Wow!
You were so distracted by Goop's crazy chaos and backflipping that you were too busy paying attention to his movements to focus on hitting this wolf that is just sitting very still and trying to bite Goop. He turns his attention to you and does a 20 hit. He does 8 bite damage as he latches on to your leg after failing to latch onto Goop's. Adavei.
How close are the wolves?
You're 10 feet away from. There's 4 of them left. Or wait, 5 of them left.
Adavei's gonna go ahead and cast Spirit Guardians.
Woo.
And it's gonna be 17 necrotic damage.
Tell me what your Spirit Guardian looks like.
Taking from what he's seen, they look like the Scourge, the priestess from the catacombs of the Ephraim.
All right. So how does I don't understand how the spell works, so kind of explain what it does.
It's basically the moonbeam, but it's 15-foot radius.
Oh, so it's gonna hit multiple here. It's gonna hit 5, 10. It's gonna hit 4 of them for 17 damage. And the DC save, they failed, or 1 failed, 2 failed, 3 failed. How do you want to do it?
I just want these spectral warriors to just, like a blender, chop them up.
All right, as you just devour, your Spirit Guardian just devours them into pieces. Seems that you have defeated your small foes.
I want Vrom to like be jumping around trying to catch meat in his mouth.
Oh God. As you look around, there seems to be just a few like bales of hay where these direwolves had been resting in this little nest area. And then you may or may not make a connection to the saddles that were outside.
Can I check through the hay, see if I find anything?
You fumble through the hay and find nothing.
Okay, just checking. Are these the things the saddles were used for?
Probably.
I think we killed someone's pet.
Oh, we definitely did.
Oh yeah, definitely.
As you're looking around Goop, you step in a big pile of direwolf poop.
Oh, come on! Jeez. Are we still in combat?
No, all of them are dead.
Oh, okay, cool. Goop drops her flame blade. And I guess we look for the hole. Oh, jeez. Step right in this little crap. All right, where is this hole?
As you guys look around for a second, you do find a tiny tunnel. It looks to be just big enough for a goblin to crouch through. One person make a nature check.
I'll do it.
Rom's just gonna immediately just crab walk through it.
No, Angel's grabbing him. Goop goes first.
9.
You notice that there are markings on the ground. They look to be left behind by the movements of a snake.
Huh, interesting.
A somewhat large snake.
Oh, there's gonna be... That must be what this hole was from. Some sort of giant snake burrowed its way through.
No, I don't think that's it.
I feel like it. I kind of wish I didn't drop my flame blade, because that would have been a good protection.
Nah, I think it's safe.
Maybe? All right, I'm gonna crawl through this hole and see what happens.
As you crawl through the hole, it looks to be pretty deep, about 500 feet long. And it even has like smaller veins that exit to the left and the right in this hole. And I shouldn't say exit because they don't really leave the cave, but they look to just kind of like swerve around, like something's kind of made a habitat here.
Guys, I think something's living in these walls.
Maybe Varam should go with Goop to protect her.
Okay, I'm going. I'm crab, walk, crab, walk.
Goop recast Shillelagh and has her quarterstaff in her hand as she's crawling.
All right, Goop and Vrom head into this tunnel, and everybody else is kind of staying back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and turn into a giant badger and start tunneling my way through.
I mean, give them some time to crawl through.
I mean, I could only go like 20 feet they'll be 10 feet ahead of me at least the whole time.
So as you guys are crawling, Gustaf is behind, just starting to dig away as a badger. You look back and you just see the holes getting wider where Gustaf is burrowing, an even larger hole, just big enough for everybody to crouch through. And as you're kind of crawling through this really tight squeeze, you see a rat kind of run across the floor towards you.
Who, me?
Yeah, you're in the front. You're in the front. Brom's behind you. So yeah.
I'll whack it.
As you go to whack it, you see this large snake kind of come out from one of the tunnels to the side and just devour this rat hole before you can whack it. Are you going to continue to whack?
I will wait and I will watch.
As the snake continues to slither, it's a giant constructor snake that just kind of slithers its way back to a hole through the left, and you're left to just continue to go straight in.
All right, I guess I'll continue very cautiously. Rob, we gotta be very careful. There's a snake living in these walls.
Uh-oh, snakes are living in the walls.
Continuing to crawl.
Yeah. After some time, I would say that Gustaf's burrowed about halfway through this tunnel. You guys make it to the end, and you come into a large room that looks like it's part of the mines. It's very man-made. You see a desk with a journal on it. You also see an enchanting table, something that you've only heard about, never seen. And there's an alchemy table with a bunch of stuff on it, as well as an altar with the bones are kind of laid out in like a dick formation, and an elevator shaft.
Vram, are you a good reader?
I like to think so.
How about you read that journal while Gustaf and I dig the rest of this hole for the rest of the team?
Okay, I will read this journal.
I wild shape into a giant badger and begin to dig through
What languages do you know, Vrom?
What, you want me to roll?
What languages do you know?
I know descriptions. Where's languages?
It should be underneath proficiencies in languages.
Okay. Celestial, Common, Goblin, and Thieves' Cat.
Yeah, you open this book and it looks very foreign to you. You can't read any of the script that's written in this.
I don't know this language.
And I start digging.
Yeah. A few moments later, you and Gustaf finally meet up. As you've dug the entire portion of this, big enough for the rest of the party to fit through.
Goop gives Gustaf a nice little kiss on the nose in badger form.
Oh my god. That's fucking adorable.
and then I break for him.
I assume as Gustaf was digging the hole, the rest of the party was kind of following behind.
Yeah, like not close enough to get hit by rubble, but you know.
Helping him pull out all the dirt that he's kind of leaving behind. So you guys are pretty dirty at this point. So yeah, you guys come into this room as well, and you see this desk with the journal on it. You see the alchemy table and an enchanting table, an altar, and an elevator shaft.
I was just gonna say I'm gonna make sure I turn back into my human form and check out what's on the alchemy table.
As you look at the alchemy table, you see there's like an oily pale green liquid. There's like a red bubbling extra carbonated liquid. There's like a red thick paste. There's a vial with some dark red, like milky substance in it, and a small vial with a closed cap. Looks to be some sort of like sticky adhesive.
I'm gonna start putting them in my backpack, but I'd like to make some sort of check to see if I can identify them.
I'm back. Oh, they're like the ones that I have in my pocket, and I will pull out a couple of potions.
Do you have them in your pocket?
The one shot.
Well, I know, but it's not on your list, on your equipment list. So I assumed you didn't pick it up.
I picked up one of them. I know the black one. You said there was a black one.
There's not a black one.
I swear I took a black one. Where is it? Okay, scratch that then, I guess. Never mind.
You gotta write shit down.
I swear I write shit down.
All right, so yeah, roll an alchemy check. I mean, not alchemy check. Do you have any like alchemy skills at all?
I think you mean Arcana.
I deal with herbs a lot, so I figured maybe like nature or like Arcana.
Okay. Yeah, I'll let you roll Arcana on it then.
Okay.
I know there was like a proficiency or like a wordcraft for like
9.
A 9. You do recognize the small vial with the closed cap. It looks to be alchemist's fire, but the other 4 you've never seen before.
Will you describe them to me one more time?
Yeah, there's an oily pale green liquid. So just put pale green liquid. There's a red bubbling liquid, a red thick paste, and a vial with dark red milky liquid in it, substance.
And that's alchemist fire?
No, the fourth one you got. Fifth one you got is alchemist fire.
Oh, my bad. So there's a vial of red milky liquid?
Yeah.
Okay, and then alchemist fire, okay.
Alchemist fire, yeah.
Goop pulls out her sheer solution. Does the sheer solution looks like the green stuff that Gustaf got?
No.
Interesting. All right. Well, I got this from the bar, so maybe this will do something good.
Goop takes one of her 4 shots of the sheer solution.
Just one, nothing happens.
What does it taste like?
It tastes like green mint.
That's pretty good.
Goop takes a second shot.
Oh God, hold on. As you take a second shot, nothing happens. It just tastes like really good green mint liquid.
This is some good stuff. I'll drink this later.
She puts it back into her bag.
Yeah, sure.
Goop gives Ron one of her 4, so now I have 1 left.
I take a shot.
You drink it because there's only 1 shot in it. Nothing happens. It just tastes really minty.
I'm like, oh, it's refreshing.
Isn't really the time to be drinking?
You're right. What's the deal with this here altar with the bones?
Does the bone altar thing sound familiar to me from the which book was this?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
The altar is lit by like several torches and there's sconces kind of like around the altar. The torches are still lit. It looks to be sort of a magical flame. As you approach it, you feel like a wretched presence. The altar looks to be made of stones carved to look like a fat demon with large tattered wings. Very similar to the one that you saw in Gustaf's manor. And there's like a minotaur skull head attached to it. Atop the altar, there's a vessel of blood, a heart, and 1/2 of a brain, and the bones are kind of, like I said, arranged in the form of a penis.
Goop looks over at Gustaf and says,
Gustaf? Does this look familiar to you? What's this all about?
He comes over and looks at it. Does he recognize it?
Not at all.
Not at all. He's like, no, not really.
Goop climbs on the altar. She puts a pinky into the blood and tastes it. I'm a cannibal. Does this taste human or goblinoid?
It tastes Duger. Tastes like
a dwarf.
Yeah, it tastes like a dwarf. You wouldn't recognize it.
Rom wants to say under his breath, masterpiece.
So you say it doesn't taste like a Dugar because
you wouldn't know what a Dugar tastes like, but it definitely tastes like a dwarf.
Okay, like a dwarf. Okay. This is a new taste. Interesting.
How big is the enchanting table?
It's the size of a regular dinner table. There seems to be a book on it.
There's a book on it?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna read it. Damn, I was hoping I could disassemble it, fit it in my bag.
Book is entitled Abi Dalzim's Book of Enchanting. As you read through it, it kind of tells you about enchanting and how it works and ways you can do it. And it seems that if you learn certain formulas of things by destroying the item imbued with that specific target spell, you could achieve better ratios of success. I can send you that stuff later for sure, but
yeah.
Essentially that's what it says.
Sounds good.
Is that the book?
I'll put that in my backpack.
Is that the book that Ron was trying to read, or is that a different one?
That was a different one.
All right, Goop wants to look at the book that Ron was trying to read.
What languages do you know?
I know Common, Druidic, and Goblin.
You also cannot read this book. As you look at it, it seems to be very foreign.
I guess I'm not that talented at reading. I can't make out any of these words. Take a look at it.
Angel's gonna pick it up, and she's gonna shuffle over to Adavei because between the two of us, one of us is probably going to know the language.
What languages?
Gustaf is offended.
Yeah, go talk to Gustaf. Why are you doing it?
I mean, the last time.
Either one of you know how to read Abyssal?
I sure don't.
Let me check my notes.
You might. You're a tiefling. Possible.
I know the opposite of Abyssal.
Yeah.
I know.
Well,
So no
we might
one
be able
knows
to find someone who does. Angel's gonna pocket the book.
All right.
I mean, if you want to give me maybe 24 hours, I could read it for you.
I guess if we take a nap in here, we could probably do that.
Does the book have an interesting title that's readable, or is the title also an abyssal?
The title is in common. It says Abi Dalzim on it, and it looks to be his journal, like a written record.
All right, Angel, take a note of the name.
The days of the week are kind of written, so you can see that in common, but the information.
All right.
Anything else of note in this room?
In this room, the only other things you see is the elevator shaft. It seems to be a small hand-operated elevator shaft. There's a rope tied off at a piece of extruded stone on the wall. The rope wraps around a sturdy-looking bar and meets 4 ropes that are tied onto a wooden platform. It looks as if you're meant to raise and lower yourself by hand. It also looks as there's about 1,000 feet of slack tied off on the rope up here.
That does not look safe.
It does not. But it looks like we have to pull ourselves up. Who is the strongest among us?
I am. I'm like, "Harr, harr." I won't be flexing.
You know what? As weird as that sounds, I actually think it is.
Goop pats you on the back and go,
I guess we have to count on you to pull us up.
as I cast Enhance Ability.
Like you was joking.
I'm a -1 in strength. I'm a -1 in strength.
As Goop pats you on the back, I choose bull strength. In your mind, you see a bull charging up against the wall. The moment it hits the wall, you snap back to reality, and you feel strong and like you have advantage on strength checks.
I'm like,
I feel like this could have been like a group effort. Like we all could have held on to the rope.
Well, it looks as if the only way up and down is to pull. It looks like you can stand inside the elevator and lift yourself up and down. That seems to be the way it was normally operated. by the looks of it, somebody would stand on the elevator, somebody strong would stand on the elevator and lift this rope up and down for people all day.
Oh, so it's like, is it like, what are they called? Like the elevator, the little like the hatch things?
Can I cast it at 3rd level and put it on 2 people?
It's up to you.
Can I feel like super strong? Is there like a piece of wood I could punch to try to break it?
I touch Fromm and Angel.
All right.
Wait, hold on. Gustaf, yes, I've seen you turn into big things like a bear before, right?
Yeah.
I also want to note that it looks like your common knowledge of this world and the mechanics of my table, the more weight, the harder the DC is going to be.
Yeah.
Oh, well, never mind.
He could turn into a big thing and be strong, yeah, but he's also going to have to lift himself and the rest of us for that to work.
I can lift 3 people at once. Let's do this.
You are a shrimp.
What I'll do instead is turn into a giant spider to climb up the shaft to go ahead of them.
Oh, it's down, not up, by the way.
Down?
Down 1,000 feet, yeah.
If one of us falls, we're gonna take you out with us, Gustaf.
That's a good idea. That's a good point.
What I could do, if I get to the bottom before you, is set up a web or something. I don't know. Pull a Spider-Man. But yeah, would I be able to get down below the elevator?
Yeah, it's not fitted to the shaft that well. It looks like there's tons of space on both sides where you could definitely fit past the platform and head down.
All right, I'm totally gonna do that, and then probably so I start climbing down as a giant spider, and when I get towards the bottom, like what does the shaft look like? Is it just like one entrance at the top, one entrance at the bottom?
Yeah.
So probably about 10 feet above the entrance on the bottom, I'm gonna start making a web that just covers the entire span. Yeah.
Right. What's the strength on that web? Give me some.
Let's see. I'll just copy and paste it real quick.
Yeah, because I really gotta pay attention here. Target is restrained by webbings. It's an action restrained target.
That's all it tells me.
Full strength check bursting. Okay, considering that the web can burst out of a DC of 12, I will say that it could probably reduce the damage if somebody were to fall, but it definitely wouldn't stop it.
Okay. What if
it's layered?
What
if it's layered?
True.
If you want to take the time to do that, how long does it take to cast?
It's a 5-6 recharge, and it's just an action.
Yeah, so based on that, you get it.
Oh, I guess it'll take way too long.
You get it 2 out of 6 times, which would be 1 out of 3, which would mean out of every 3 turns, you'd be able to do it once. It would take a while to layer it because it's a pretty.
I can do that, and then I'll be there, so like I can try and soften their fall with my body.
So the mechanics that we're trying to do right now, we're trying to slowly bring ourselves down in this elevator.
Yeah. To the bottom.
Okay. And I've enhanced the abilities of Rom and Angel as far as enhanced ability goes.
And
I'll
Wait, hold on. I just realized you guys. Okay, I'm speaking. I don't know. Am I allowed to speak meta here? Because Goop, you guys have the ability to summon creatures, right? Can't you just summon more spiders?
I mean, yeah, but
because that probably
would need that later. We're gonna be fighting stuff.
That's what
in
I'm thinking. It's a 3rd level spell. That's the only problem with that. Or else I totally would.
Ooh.
I don't think it's entirely worth hiring spiders to make a trampoline when we can summon wolves later to fight whatever the fuck.
Or we can do like a giant vulture all the way at the bottom. Have the vulture slowly lowers us down.
How high is this? Like how much of
1,000 feet.
Are you sure you guys don't want
Holy fuck. I didn't realize it was 1,000 feet. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A drop at like medium height, like 500 feet, would eat through those webs, especially with people on it.
Yeah, that's a bit of momentum.
Don't worry, guys. I got this. I'm strong like a bull.
Listen, Ron. As much as I appreciate you, I really don't trust you with my life, specifically with this.
But I thought we were friends.
Hold on, so I can summon 8 giant wolf spiders. Would they be able?
How about I join you down there, and me and you can spawn some sort of creature if it starts falling to try to catch it.
Oh, yeah, that'd work. I guess we can just try to catch them if it falls.
All right.
Goop wild shapes into a giant centipede and makes her way down to where Gustaf is.
I mean, that's sort of just lighten the load for.
I'm gonna still layer webs until I see something bad happening at the bottom.
At that point, I'm guessing Angel and Vrom are going to take the rope while Adavei sits by.
Hold on. Here's what I gotta say. All right. If the webs aren't anchored between 2 solid masses, such as all the trees are laid across the floor, blah, blah, the conjure web collapses on itself and the spell ends, blah, blah. Each creature that starts his turn in the webs, okay, blah, blah, restrained. Webs are flammable. Any 5 foot. The webs are gonna have an HP of 20.
Oh, so if like the thing takes fall damage, then that's what's gonna like break it.
Yeah, it'll deduce. So if the thing does fall damage, like the fall is gonna do fall damage, and I'll deduce 20 from that fall damage for the webs. That's.
And if I layer them, will add more to the thing.
If you want to spend a lot of time doing that, then yes.
How much is a lot of time?
Like an extra hour.
Oof.
Really?
Oof.
I mean, you are talking about a lot of webs.
But it says it recharges, so like it would be.
I know, but it's a pretty big space, so to cover it.
Oh, gotcha.
Because it's like a 20-foot cube. Wait,
fucking right. Yeah. All right. Fuck it. I'll just do the one web, go to the bottom, and be prepared to conjure something if they start falling.
And Goop is down there with you.
All
right.
Once I get to the bottom, we step out of the way of the the elevator just in case it falls on us. And Goop breaks form from a giant centipede, which is basically a Goop-sized centipede, and it goes back to regular Goop.
Yeah, I do the same thing.
Using the last of my wild shape.
All right, so who is getting on and what is your size? I know Vrom is getting on. He's small. Angel and Adavei are medium, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so also look at your character sheet right now and let me know if you have more. Let me know how much equipment weight you have.
Yeah, I was about to ask. So, like, do we have to like account for that?
Yeah. Also, Angel. You are going to add to your equipment weight for that armor that you have on. I will tell you exactly. You're going to add an extra. You're going to add another 65 pounds to your total, Angel.
All right. I didn't think we'd have to do math here.
No, I mean, I'm just trying to get. So you're going to be about 200 pounds. Let's just call it that. Just round up to the nearest 100. So we'll just say 200 pounds. For Angel, Vrom's about 80 pounds, I believe.
86.1.
All right, so that's gonna round up to 100. And then Adavei, I believe you're at like 100 as well.
I was just gonna say, out of the game, I'm really glad I'm not Mondor right now.
Mondor would be carrying the whole team at that point, really, though. He was a paladin.
Yeah.
And he was a Minotaur too. Oh Lord.
All right, Adavei.
I do have Adavei's exact weight. It's 205 pounds.
Okay, so let's just say 200. All right, so that gives.
But that's him and his. Yeah, that's him and his equipment.
Okay.
Goop looks up at the shaft. Is it? Do Goop believe that a vulture or maybe 2 vultures can fit in between the shaft?
Yeah.
It counts as a large beast.
Yeah, 100%. It's a pretty huge shaft.
What about 4 vultures?
Yeah, it's a huge. No.
Okay.
Just two.
Okay.
All right, so you guys untie
Could
the
a
rope.
constrictor snake fit? A giant one. Okay.
Yes.
About to carry the whole Noah's Ark?
So you guys untie the rope, and who's got the rope in their hand?
I do.
It looks like our heroes find themselves inside of a treacherous cave. One mistake could be doomed for them all. Let's see if they survive. Next time on Pairodice!